Home movies.
Home movies.
Home movies.
Who came up with this show?
I believe it was Loren Bouchard and Brendan Small.
I
Oh, right.
it was.
So full of information.
That was really more of a question than information.
Good break for me.
It was.
Enough exposition, Brendan.
That's
You have to
Move it.
You
Move
have to
it
set up-
forward.
set it
I'm
up
writing
before
the
you hit-
school. I'm directing the play. I get it. Just do the play.
You have to. You can't just go hit them with a billion jokes all at one.
You could at least do 2.
All right, you have a point.
Oh wait. Oh, here they are. Sorry.
Who did come up with the idea that these have to be about, like, you have to say what they're about in the show? Like, each show has to be, like, about something that happened in life, like, in reality.
Who was the first person to do that?
Like, who mandated that?
I believe it was whoever created. I mean, I think I Love Lucy was, I think, the
Cartoon
first show.
Network, or
Do you mean who wanted a narrative arc to
like
each
Seinfeld was a show about nothing,
And,
Well,
why couldn't we have been that?
and Cheers, nothing. There wasn't any.
Cheers was a show about sex.
Or
It's about
Frasier. I
alcoholism,
mean
I
Frasier.
That was also a show. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or that Japanese show where the guy, they hide a box in the middle of
Of a girl.
and then it blows up in someone's face
Yes.
with talcum powder. And,
Yeah, I don't know.
like, that would be better.
No, people enjoy stories.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, maybe somebody should tell that to Adult Swim.
People used to enjoy stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People used to love
It was a
storytelling.
Adult
simpler
Swim,
time.
yeah,
wasn't
This
does
it?
used to be
love
the. This is
stories.
yeah.
This
they
was
do not.
early.
Which is
2000,
why they fired
2001.
you.
Well, maybe this.
Didn't you get fired
Fourth season.
by Adult Swim, Loren Bouchard?
I did not.
Well, the show.
Oh,
got
the show.
fired.
Yes, we got canceled. yes.
Canceled.
You
But
can't
but
say,
John
you can't say
said-
I'm fired for the show.
Yeah, but you were just
said it
as
to
canceled
you.
as he was.
John, do you want to go through the most hurtful ways to say that a show was canceled? Were you person? Didn't they call you? Go like Lauren.
You're fired, like Donald Trump.
They said that to home movies.
You know one of the best things
Home
about
movies.
Cartoon Network? Once I did an audition for something for a character, and they didn't call me in for a while, but they were looking for a Eugene Mirman type. It took them a few months, and then when I did it, I didn't get it. And I also said, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "I don't know, like what you would do." Like I didn't.
But you didn't do it.
I didn't
did
do
not
it
get the
correctly.
phone.
I had to, I think, call and leave 2 different messages, like on someone's, like on an executive's phone. Where like, I'm a nurse, I'm crazy, I'm Eugene Mirman. And they'd be like, I'm a nurse, I'm Eugene Mirman. And
How
like,
can you not do?
me correctly?
You didn't do you.
I
well
did not.
enough.
It
Didn't
was
you
the
go
best
to
thing.
a voiceover audition where they didn't believe that you were the guy who played
Yes, I had
Batman?
one. I had an audition where it was for Dr. Katz, I think.
It was
And
during the Dr. Katz
technician
time. Yeah.
Said, you know, the engineer of the ad was like a bad beer ad or something. Said, you know, you sound like that guy from Dr. Katz. And I'm like, I am that guy. And the guy's like, yeah, right. He wouldn't be doing this.
What?
Yes. He said he wouldn't be doing like a little
Auditioning for a beer.
local beer ad or something.
That's really funny.
I was like, no, it's
And-
really me. Yeah, right. Like that guy is some like billionaire on top of the Petronas Tower.
And did you get the beer ad?
It was the ad. I did get it, Lauren. That's not fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you shorted me on that
Sorry.
story.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, I think it was actually the recording of the ad.
I see.
Who's this?
Brendan.
That's Brendan?
Yeah. This is actually one of a great little piece of music. And he admitted when he did commentaries this weekend that this is one of his favorite songs from the entire series.
I'm usually so good at
Admitted.
knowing his voice.
I mean,
It
he,
seems like a good song.
yes, I mean, he confessed that of all the music, the hundreds and hundreds of songs, this is one of his favorites.
I like the girl too, the way she's drawn.
Brendan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To audition.
I like all the way all
Uh-oh,
the
am I
characters
gonna
are drawn.
sing?
No, remember it's Sing Talk.
Oh yeah, Sing Talk.
Sing Talk.
You don't want to play Lena.
I don't want to play the star.
And the plot point is that he's
It's too much singing and stuff.
downgrading you.
Yes.
Oh, no, you
Such
don't
is
wanna
life.
sing. Your noodles.
Lena's best friend.
You're the best friend.
Besides
The Eugene Mirman type.
Everyone's
It's got to be a million of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On every casting list.
Every casting list.
Find me a Eugene Mirman type.
Without it being him.
Yes, but make sure it's not him.
But I can assure you, Eugene Mirman himself will never work again.
Not set foot in this studio.
Only his types will work.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the part. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I'm happy for it. That was great.
I know there's been a couple Jon Benjamin types out there.
Yeah.
Sure. Boyfriend.
All these hateful, bald, fat, ugly,
Smelly.
With claws. Don't forget you have claws, John.
and horns.
Yeah.
Horns.
And a deep.
But I have a heart.
You do. A prehensile heart.
Oh, home movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Any special guests in this episode?
Yep.
Yes, Sam Cedar, who.
So why'd he leave?
Ron Lynch.
Because he was intolerable. in
Emo
his
Phillips.
commentaries.
Emo.
Emo.
Emo
Yeah.
Phillips.
Emo reprises his role as Shannon the Bully in this episode.
Hello, Charlie.
In this scene, in fact.
Hello, Charlie number 2. Hello, Pinky. Good to see
Star Wars.
Everyone's in order.
That's
Let's have
fine.
a meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon.
Lots of little puns and stuff in the background.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for
You
that.
gotta keep your eye out.
Curtains.
I don't care if my window's open. That doesn't mean you can come to my house, Shannon.
John, your legs are a little.
They're what?
What are you doing?
Your little pumping legs are going on Mike.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm just working out.
John does a sit-down workout.
You doing thigh mask?
I had it in Men's Health. If you keep moving, you burn calories.
It's true.
It's like
But you
anything you
also
do is
annoy
a
people.
workout if you read Men's Health.
It's right.
Just
Then you
reading
get to
Men's
look
Health.
No.
Did Bill Broaddus do any commentary?
Not this season.
On the last one.
On the last
or
one,
two
we
ago.
Yeah, we did a little featurette.
Should we go around the room and each do one of his jokes then?
Yes.
You guys start.
All right. Bill brought us great jokes.
Yeah.
I know one Bill Broaddus joke.
Hit it.
Let's hear it.
My wife is Canadian.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I know about it.
Yeah, it's a good joke.
Good joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My turn.
All right, go ahead.
I don't speak French,
Yeah.
but I can understand when it's being spoken to me.
Yes.
That's
I'm
good.
not doing the delivery justice. I'm looking
Yes.
at Loren and saying it slowly only because I'm trying to remember that's
The
his.
rest of the joke. Yeah, that's
Something
his.
like that.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then there's the one that's my dad is quitting smoking. He tried that thing with all the needles, the heroin.
Yes, that's a great one.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great joke.
And then going to the dentist and having his teeth cleaned. She says, your gums are bleeding. Do you have a problem with that? And he says, I think you're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because You're,
Yes.
you're scraping them with a fish hook.
There's that one where he flicks like a cigarette.
That's it.
No,
Dice-
no,
That's
Andrew
Andrew
Dice
Dice
Clay.
Man.
No,
Yeah.
Andrew Dice
Yeah.
Clay.
I think you are.
That's
Andrew Dice Clay.
That's Andrew Dice Clay.
He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Oh. He's
Bren-
funny.
Brendan's on the phone.
Oh,
Oh, is he?
Brendan.
Because somebody just called me.
Hello?
Oh, he should appear on this.
Hey. Do you want to appear on a commentary right now?
I'm gonna be playing shit now.
All right, here you go.
Wow, this is cool.
Yeah, but you're.
Yeah, I can
Pretty
do that.
Not
quiet.
really good to
Little
hear.
bit.
Yeah.
We're going to have to have you.
I don't get to be shit.
I need a better phone.
Well,
We might want to do this after the. This is now.
right,
this,
we'll do it.
this is being burned into a DVD.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
this
true.
is a mess now. This is not a time to pick up the
But
phone.
people are excited to know that it's Brendan on the phone.
Yeah, we're trying to get him to call in.
Yeah, I mean, but what? Okay, now
It's
I'm
like a surprise.
I'm on the phone. It's Jimmy Carter. He says
All right.
more
It's a
peace.
We'll
Oh
have the
yeah.
next one.
Oh here, let me
It's
put
a
it up.
surprise
I'm
call-in.
Jimmy Carter. Yeah,
You know
that's
what?
real
I'll
believable.
call you
It's a
back.
surprise call-in.
It is a surprise call-in. Yeah. No, I know. It was exciting when
Oh,
the.
this is my big
I was
EpiPen episode.
Oh.
That's right. I was hoping that it would be loud and clear on the mic.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
well,
hoping the same
It
thing.
was a huge
And
failure.
then when it didn't happen, I was like, wow, we just stole some teenager's life. We just stole 6 minutes of someone's
It's
life.
true. It's true.
still leaner from me, Maloney, but you're still a loser in a lemon.
That's why there's no more home movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
a little,
that kind of
yeah, it's-
managerial style.
a little loose. Direction's a little loose.
Do you remember the first time that Emo played Shannon?
Yes.
In those first episodes?
Yes.
And there was a scene that he and I improvised that turned so dirty we couldn't put it in.
Yeah.
We had to keep reminding him that I was supposed to be a 7-year-old
Yeah.
in it.
Yes.
It became so sexual.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. You were supposedly doing the documentary, and you were interviewing him. And
People
and
He
forget
wanted
that.
it to be in a
yes,
hot tub.
and he was,
or-
and he was like, "Hey,
People,
yeah.
how are you?"
And it
Yeah.
kept going, and all of a sudden I was like, but he knows I'm 7,
Yeah.
right? In the show. It got really
Yeah.
creepy.
And yet it worked.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to be 9.
Yeah.
9-year-olds get really.
9-year-olds have needs.
Some 9-year-olds.
Do you remember when, Eugene, we totally took your idea of peeing in the canteen for episode number 5?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, but I was part of it.
Yes, you were in that episode.
I mean,
and
I
the night
came by-
before,
You
You
know,
mentioned to us
you
yes.
that
described
happened.
that story.
yes. Well, I came by Chez Henri.
Yes.
And you're like, any camp story? I was like, well, there was this one time where someone peed in my canteen.
That was a
They're
real
like,
story.
And we
Yeah,
all
yes.
said, put it in.
Put it in.
Yeah. That was a real story. I mean,
Yeah.
they emptied it out and then they fill it with water, but it was still used to have pee in it.
Yeah.
And I had a little sip, and everyone's like, ah. Anyway, the
Somebody
point
peed
is,
in that
people
cup.
really did hate Russians.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's
It
true.
all
I
comes
did.
back to
I
that. You were
admitted it
taught
last
to
time.
hate
I did.
Russians.
Yes.
You admitted it when?
Last episode,
You
I
weren't
hated
here.
Russians.
Oh,
We
yeah.
all
Yeah.
did that. We grew up being taught to hate
But
Russians.
it was-
and
yeah.
scared of them.
Oh. What
Yes.
about those of us? No.
Well, you must have gone to a
Very liberal.
pro-Soviet
Yeah.
school.
You probably went to, like, the Dolph Lundgren School of Terror.
Yeah. In Cambridge, Massachusetts, they had a pro-Soviet school.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hated Russians and we hated Iranians. All right?
I know.
do
Yeah.
not apologize. Well, yes, I do. I do apologize.
Is Brendan going to call back on a studio phone?
I was going to call him for the next one.
That's going to be a cool surprise guest.
For the next
When
one.
Yeah.
Brendan-
People are going to
Oh, I gave
freak
it away.
out.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's all right. We'll go out of order. We'll do an earlier.
What?
We'll do a commentary before this episode.
Mom, no, this is wrong. It's supposed to take place in.
I also remember when Eugene, just now that we're talking about memories,
Yeah.
when
I'm a little
Yeah.
scared.
when Eugene, we talked a lot about Chez Henri.
Yeah.
I
When we
remember
met.
Eugene insulted the chef
When you went behind the bar, too.
at Chez Henri.
I remember when you went behind the bar. That was very
So I
scandalous.
just saw him actually last
was
weekend.
really
I was in Boston and ate there.
Yeah.
Which
But-
is the best.
He loves you.
He does.
Yes, apparently.
He loves you.
He's like a masochist. He was like Eugene treated him so
I didn't
so
try-
poorly,
Yes.
and
well,
he spit out his food in front
threw
of
it
him.
on the ground.
Threw it on the ground and said, "This is
Missed
terrible."
That's not what
Who's
happened.
the chef?
No, it is. No, what did
Who's the
happen
sh-
is.
who's the
You
chef
went
of
across the
this?
street.
No. What happened is he. I went across the street and bought like chicken wings or fries or something and
Yeah.
came back and he was horrified and I was like, "Well, go make us some sandwiches in the kitchen." The kitchen was closed.
He did.
And he came back with a plate of
Yes.
brie and like prosciutto sandwiches.
No, Cuban
and I did take a
sandwich.
bite of one or whatever it was, and I took a bite
No.
and I went,
No, you
"This
don't
is
remember
awful,"
it right.
and
You
threw
don't
it. No.
remember it right.
How do you
were
remember
drunk.
it?
You were drunk.
And what were you, John?
I was drunk.
Yeah.
But
I threw it on the ground. I didn't take a bite.
No, you came into the restaurant where people were eating.
Yeah.
And like walked, like staggered in, drunk, loud,
To a
yelling.
very nice.
No, the kitchen
Came
was
up to our
closed.
table. That was after. That was after
Okay.
you had come up, grabbed something off like my plate or someone else's, a pork chop, shoved it in your mouth, then spit it out on the floor,
The
and
dining
said
room
like,
floor?
"This is horrible." Like whoever's the chef here or whatever, yelling. And then he said, "I am," and you said, "Well, your food is horrible,"
I
or
missed
something.
that.
And then he went after, and just felt so bad that I think he really felt that you hated his food, that he made these
More
sandwiches.
food. Okay.
That's true.
That is not true.
It was in the dining room when Eugene came in.
I missed that.
The only thing
completely.
we agree on for sure is that I threw food on the ground and
Yes.
they made me spit it out.
And you were
You don't
trying.
believe that happened.
I don't remember
Yes.
that.
There was a reason
don't
I
either.
thought I shouldn't return to Chandri until I found out from John that Paul actually really liked me because
He fell in love
enjoyed
with you. It didn't
he
even just
enjoyed
like
the
you.
irreverence.
He likes the bad
He did.
boy.
He likes a bad boy.
He
Yeah.
wants to work for it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want people constantly being like, "I love your food."
Yeah, exactly.
You were like the Fonz.
Yeah.
You're like his personal Fonz.
And plus
I'm
you
gonna
keep-
put a phone in his bathroom and I'm gonna start taking some meetings. Come talk to me in my office.
Okay, Doodles is next. Remember, sing talk,
I know.
okay?
I know.
Ron Lynch, everybody.
Yes.
No, I don't have a date
Sing talking.
tonight, but thanks
Yep.
for asking,
In
Lena.
real life, the beautiful singing voice.
Yes. It's just that you never let any of my characters have a nice singing
I know.
voice.
Results don't seem to be last
Oh, in real life, you're also allergic to not kiwi, but eggplant.
tonight.
Yes.
Don't give away her weaknesses.
I know. Now
Uh,
anyone who wants to poison me can.
Yeah, with eggplant. The little baba ganoush behind your ears and you're dead.
You're gonna get a horrible package. So.
Baba ganoush.
But do you, in fact, have an EpiPen in your bag?
What are you doing?
I do, Lauren.
Okay, just
If
checking.
you
I'm just checking how much.
I had to bring it in for the animators.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause I
if
have
you give
one
out
that's
your home
episode.
address, people will send you eggplants.
It'll be horrible.
Mail.
I'll wake up with an eggplant in my bed.
Why don't you just give them your MySpace page? Maybe they'll send eggplants to it.
Such a nice day. Birds are singing.
She's got stage
Sun
fright.
is shining.
Jason has to
Snowing.
cover.
Summer is here. Tell her that you know she's seeing Maloney.
This is one of my favorite exchanges.
No,
This is like old time comedy here.
You're not seeing Maloney. No, you know that. You know that. You know. You know, Lena.
Jeez, old-time comedy was not funny, was it? That's why there's new-time comedy. Because it's funny. Funny. Way of saying funny.
What is the process of making an episode just so you don't get critiqued?
So we don't get critiqued?
In the blogs, in the blogosphere.
Oh.
So you quickly, except for episode number 12, they didn't mention anything. The way it started, you have a good voice, they edited down, the animation flat.
Well, Brendan
It starts
and
with-
Bill Broaddus would write a script
Yeah.
on a computer.
Yeah.
What in the old days would be a pen and paper
Yeah.
for.
How much of it is improvised and how much of it sticks to the
slow
script?
down. You wanted to hear it?
Shut up!
Yeah, just
No, wait,
started.
go on. I'm sorry. I misunderstood how life works. Sorry, go on.
There's an EpiPen.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. They
Yeah.
made me bring mine in.
Wait, so how we'll go on? So Bill and Brendan would write an episode.
Yeah.
I always like to think of it as a EPPY pen.
So
Like
Bill
a-
and
like a
Brendan would
Jewish-
write.
like an Epi, like a nickname
Epi.
for.
Nickname.
Bill
So
and Brendan
they'd
write a
write-
script. Then
Bill and Brendan
They'd
would
write a script, and then John would not read it.
No.
EpiPen?
And then in the first scene, he would give away the ending.
No.
Because he would not have read the script, and he would make a joke that would negate the whole story.
No.
Yes, every time, right?
First
every
of all,
time.
no. Bill and Brendan would write a script. Then we'd go into the casting, start casting it. Then they would cast people who to play me and Melissa.
Yes.
You would get recast every episode.
Yes, who were
We did
you?
the original
People
episode,
who
the
were-
first episode, and
yeah.
then all the following episodes were all different actors.
Mm-hmm.
So this Jason in this one is was it Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell? that guy?
But I mean, you were peeing
Yeah.
on the. No. Hey, welcome back. Why, Fenton? Why? Why?
Because after 4 seasons, it was all celebrity driven at that
You're
point.
Right.
play. You're not even in it.
It was all like who they could get.
You can't have a play
Who was the
without
biggest
lights,
star?
because then you-
I'm sorry. I was watching the episode.
You're not supposed to do that.
No.
But it was transfixing. I mean, they're about to
That's
have
good.
sex, and it's wrong.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think you're right.
No. You know what? I realized I didn't know what sex was. That's definitely not it. That's definitely not
Sometimes
it.
it starts out that way.
Sometimes, yeah. If it's a good dance party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Junior.
This is sex.
Yeah.
This show got me laid so many times.
Ooh, they kiss.
Almost.
It was an accident.
Squiggle Vision making a.
That Junior Adelberg and Ken
Oh, wow.
Adelberg voice always cracks me up.
Yes, always.
I know some people are annoyed by it.
This was talk
Imagine.
about to answer your question about how much is improvised. This entire plot point was something that Bill Broaddus thought of in the morning of.
What's the plot point?
That
McGurk
McGurk drives
drives.
his actual car on stage.
And get stuff.
Yeah, and then all this business was invented the day of the recording. Wouldn't it be funny if he can't get the door open to do his
Right.
big song, so he does it from inside the car?
And was it funny?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We're about to find out.
This was.
This is pretty funny. Do you remember singing this, John?
No.
I remember this song.
Oh yeah.
It was
Jon
always
Benjamin
fun when-
loves
yeah.
to sing.
Yeah.
Comes alive.
I remember people starting to trickle out of the studio. John was still going. Lauren saying, "We got it, John. We got it." John's still going.
Yeah.
It's a terrible,
Loves to sing.
terrible voice.
Doesn't matter. It's all
It's
heart.
McGurk.
All heart.
Heart.
It is.
Yeah.
Some of the best singers.
That's
That's what
right.
they have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Celine Dion.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
The guy who
Is
was it T-Pain? T-Pain who sings "I'm in love with a
Pain?
stripper."
Yes. Brittany Rears.
Brittany Rears.
Someone who...
A porn actress?
Yeah, that's a
Well, I was at South by Southwest last year, and someone was like, "Oh, you gotta go to this party. It's like there's Red Bull, whatever." It was like random stuff, and then I showed up, and it was like a CD release party for a porn actress named Brittany Rears,
That's great.
who had a song that was like "Ass Time." I forget what it was exactly,
They
but
got
John
Red-
has
they
a
got-
Yeah,
song.
John recorded Ass Time years
You've
ago.
been
And they
asked
got,
Probably.
they got Red Bull to sponsor that? That's
they got Red
awesome.
Bull, but yes, they did get Red Bull to sponsor it.
Oh, Shannon's big song. We did a lot of musical last
We could have
season.
had Red
Yeah.
Bull sponsor this.
Almost
The-
every episode.
This,
Yes.
this commentary.
Instead, we have. Can we mention brands? Because I'm gonna.
No.
No. Can I just do a quick list of brands that I think are rapists? Just like no, there's like a sneaker
Better-
company
better
that
not.
I'm sure of is a rapist.
Better not.
Really?
Company
Yeah.
is a rapist?
Yeah, better not.
The company itself, yeah, it
It'll cost
sends
so
its
much
buildings by
better.
force.
Yeah, better
You
not.
could.
What if I told you what it rhymed with?
No, better
It's
not.
going to cost
Really?
so much
Yeah.
editing
Do a
work.
subtler-
Just
Single-handedly wipe out this
do a subtler
commentary.
hint?
Okay,
Do a
okay.
subtler hint. Just
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no hints.
What if I said the sport that they sponsor?
No, you better not. Better not. Because they'll
What if I name people that I'm gonna make up that are real celebrities that I'm gonna attribute crimes to?
What
No?
if I just make a random sound?
Yeah.
Swoosh.
The following car companies definitely don't support
I wouldn't do it.
anything.
I wouldn't do
I'm
it.
not gonna.
They
Yeah.
don't support anything.
Don't support anything,
They don't even support their own
including
cars.
education. Wow.
They don't even make cars.
Wait, why wouldn't you just erase that one moment?
Because nobody can edit these.
What do you mean?
There's no editing allowed.
There's no editing?
No, we're putting this on a plane.
Is you guys some sort of like French like avant-garde film company that's like, okay, the rules are no red, no editing, all one.
Yes.
It's because you mailed
Yes.
this out or something?
You believe in this?
You
This
believe
isn't
in
some joke?
this?
This is not some.
We should go through the
Eugene,
10-point
Eugene,
laws
we've
of
been doing this a
commentary.
long time.
No one's saying you
Trust us.
haven't. You've done like
Trust
215 episodes.
Trust us, we know what we're doing when it comes
This
to
is
commentary.
this is our Bible. This is our religion. This is what we do. This is not something that you just come in here and make fun of.
I'm not making fun
You
of
say,
it.
oh,
I just
go
don't.
edit it.
Why don't you go take
Well,
out the
that's
word?
easy to do, sure. Or why don't you say to somebody who's really sick, oh, go just have surgery. Go perform surgery on that person.
That
How
is
about
what you would
instead?
tell someone.
How about instead?
That is what you would
How
tell
about
someone. That's how you cure.
You would not?
If you have the flu,
Are you
you
kidding me?
operate. That's
Are you
what you
kidding?
do.
Are you
I'm not
joking?
kidding.
Are you
I'm not.
joking?
If you have
What
any
world
kind
do
of
you
illness,
live in, sir?
I
What
live
world
in
do you live in?
America.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I mean, when somebody is sick like that, you don't just take the easy way out.
Yeah, you do. You take the
You
easiest way
pray.
out.
You
That's
pray.
the
You
point.
pray, and you believe, and you have faith.